Okay, so let's have a quick review of what we have discussed so far. Uh, we were looking at simple discount before. So let me just fix my digital pen. Okay, so we looked at the difference between simple interest and simple discount. We looked at four aspects, right? We looked at the maturity value, we looked at the interest, we looked at the proceeds, and we looked at the effective rate. These were the things that we looked at last time. Okay, so we said that the difference between a simple interest and a simple discount lies in number one, the proceeds. For a simple interest, what you get is the face amount. Okay, the principal amount, you get that. For a discount, what you get is, for the proceeds, it's your the face amount minus the bank discount. So the proceeds will be smaller for a simple discount. Okay, and then what's also the difference between the for the maturity value, the difference will be, for a simple interest, it will be the face amount plus the interest. Okay, while for a discount, the maturity value will be just the face amount. Okay, and we had some examples about this. So quickly, let's just can my PowerPoint be seen, class?
Yes po.
Okay, thank you. So this is what we did last time. Okay, so let's just quickly compare the simple interest and the simple discount. As far as the computation of the interest is concerned, okay, they're just the same. They're just the same. We are to compute for the interest, we multiply the face value times rate times time. For simple interest, for simple discount, it's just the same. You just have a different name for it. This is the discount times the time. Okay, so we showed last time that the interest for a simple interest and for a simple discount are just the same. In this case, the face value was 14,000 times 8% times 60 days. So that's 60 over 360. So this is, by the way, the scenario. Okay, 14,000, 8%, and 60 days. So no difference between the interest for a simple interest and a simple discount. Now for the maturity value, okay, this will be different. So what's the difference? For a simple interest, the maturity value will be whatever the face value is plus the interest. Okay, so the maturity value in this case is the face value is 14,000 plus the interest of 1867. So the maturity is 14,1867, 186.67. On the other hand, for the simple discount, the maturity value is equal to the face value. Okay, so it's just 14,000. And why is this so? The reason for this can be explained by the proceeds. For the simple interest, the face value or the amount that's stated in the note is what will be given to the one, let's say, borrowing. So if we're borrowing 14,000, we will be given in whatever appears in the face value, 14,000. For a discount, okay, that's why the word "this," guys, means deducting, right? So you're counting something that has been deducted, this count, or you're not counting something. So the proceeds will be whatever the maturity value is, and then you have to subtract the bank discount. So notice the difference between the proceeds for a simple interest and that for a simple discount. The proceeds for a simple discount will always be lower than that of a simple interest. Okay, but the maturity value for the simple interest, okay, will will be higher, no? As compared to the simple discount. Simple maturity, simple interest, higher maturity value. Okay, proceeds higher also. All right. However, when we talk about the effective rate, okay, the effective rate will follow this formula. The rate will be equal to the interest divided by the proceeds times time. Since the proceeds will be different, then we know that the effective rates will be different. So the effective rate in this case for the simple interest will be the same as your stated rate or nominal rate. The stated rate is what was agreed upon. It's what appears in the note. 8%, 8%. So no difference, no change for a simple interest note. For a discount, the effective rate will always be higher, 8%. 8% effective rate higher than the stated rate. So which is better? It depends on what's your perspective. It depends on the role that you're playing here. Okay? If you're the borrower, you would want to have a simple interest transaction. Okay? Because outright you get the full amount of what you're borrowing as far as the proceeds is concerned. And then effectively your interest is just the stated rate. Okay? If you were the borrower and you're using this simple discount, okay, initially what you get is already deducted. Instead of getting 14,000, you'll just get 13,813. Okay, and then the effective rate is 8.11%. It means that this is actually the interest rate that you're paying instead of the stated rate of 8%. Okay, so take a look at the difference between the simple interest and the simple discount. Let's summarize. Number one, interest will be the same. Okay, number two, maturity value for the simple interest will be higher compared to the simple discount. Okay, because for the simple interest, you have to add the interest to the face value. But for the simple discount, you just pay the face value. Why are you paying only this? Because your interest was already deducted. Okay, it was already you already technically, if you're the borrower, you already paid at the onset for the interest. Okay, that's why you're paying this at the start of the transaction. So when you get 14,000, the lender will already get the interest. Okay, that's why the proceeds will be lower, and that's why what you'll only pay at the end will be the face value. Unlike in a simple interest, okay, you get the whole amount, but at the end you'll have to pay. You pay the interest at the end, and because of that, because of the timing differences, you actually the effective rate for the simple discount is higher than the simple interest. Okay. Okay, so this is just to summarize. By the end of the day, class, aside from posting the video, I'm going to share this PowerPoint slide on Canvas. Okay, for those attending this session who belong to another session, please PM me. Okay, for the link to the YouTube. Okay, and also for this, and I'll also send you this note. Okay, Shiler, please do that. No, just remind me about to send you the link to the YouTube also. Okay, so this just summarizes what we have discussed so far. Okay, any questions? Any questions, class, before we proceed? Please feel free to ask questions if you have any. Okay, so let me rephrase my question. So far, is the discussion clear, the difference between simple interest and simple discount? Kindly chat, please. Yes, it's clear. Okay, thank you. Okay. How about the rest? Waiting for the others to also reply. If so far our discussion is clear, I hope I'm not going too fast. I hope I'm just maintaining a good pace, good enough for you to understand the lesson. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so we looked at this last time. Okay, so just quickly, what are treasury bills? Treasury bills. May I check? May I know, guys, if we discussed this last time? I'm not sure if this was with the other section. Did we get the chance to discuss treasury bills? No. Okay. No. All right. Again, thank you. Okay, so again, let's discuss this very briefly. This is just similar to a discount. Now, treasury bills are government instruments. It's the government loaning. It's a government borrowing. Treasury bills are usually short term. Okay, less than 1 year, 1 year to less than 1 year. If it's long term, then you call it treasury notes. Okay, treasury notes for long term, more than 1 year. If it's treasury bills, it's less than 1 year. So it can be 30 or 31. Sometimes it's, what's happening with this? 30 or 31 days, can be 90 days, can be 180 or 181, can be 360. Sometimes I see treasury bills that are 365 days. Depends on the date or the term that the government will issue. Okay, so when you purchase a treasury bill, you're actually lending the government. Okay, the government is effectively writing an IOU. So it's the government borrowing. Okay, the government is borrowing from the would-be investor. Treasury bills are considered very safe and very conservative investment. Okay, that's why their interests are very low. Okay, in finance, we have this principle, the principle of risk and return. Okay, what's this principle? This principle says that the higher the risk you're assuming in an investment, the higher should be your required return. Any rational investor will demand this. Okay, so for treasury bills, since this is practically riskless or very, very low risk. Why? Because the government can pay. Okay, worst case scenario, it can print money to pay their obligations, although printing of money is really highly regulated by the government because it is inflationary. So it is a very safe and conservative investment since it's the government that's writing the IOU. Okay, IOU means it's borrowing. All right, so that's a treasury bill. Okay, so let's have an example here. As we said, a treasury bill is a loan to the government. Okay, let's suppose we have a 20-day. Okay, 20-day. So examples are 20 days. This is for the US setting. So 91 days or 1 year. So Philippines, in the Philippines, you have different tenors, can be 30, 31, etc. So in the US, you'll also have those. So this is an example. So we're loaning, we are investing in 10,000, 13-week treasury bill, that's 91 days. 13-week treasury bills at 4%. Okay, so how much will you pay? Because you're going to invest, you're going to put out money. And what is the effective rate? Okay, so treasury bills are similar to a discount, simple discount. So what happens is that when you give the money, it will not be the face value, but rather it will be the discount. Okay, so we know how to compute the discount. This is principal or the face times the discount times the time, discount or the interest or the rate. So the face amount is 10,000. It's a 13-week treasury bill. Okay, and then we're also asked for the effective rate, 4%. Okay, so first let's compute for the discount. The discount is the face amount times the rate times, since the date is given in weeks. So we use 13 over 52, which gives us a discount of 100. Okay, so the next is, okay, what will be the cost, the amount that you're going to pay for investing in the treasury bill? Remember, it's the face value minus the interest or the discount, right? So the discount is 100, the face value is 10,000. Therefore, okay, this is what you're going to lend, 9,900. Okay? All right, and then at the end, for the maturity value, the government will pay you the tenor of 10,000. So in effect, you're already getting the interest. The interest of 100, you're getting it already. Okay, so you're getting the interest of 100 now, and then at the end, you'll be given the face value, the 10,000. All right, so the effective rate is, the formula is the discount or the interest divided by the proceeds times the time. So what you are actually earning is 4.04%. That's the effective rate, and not the 4%. Okay, let me pause for a while. Some of you might be copying. Okay, and I'll open the floor for clarifications, for questions. And if it's clear, if it's clear to you, I would appreciate again feedback, class. Kung so far clear yung my explanation is clear on treasury bills. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Okay, very good. I think that in the exams you'll really get high grades, because the computation for treasury bills is similar to a discount. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, now we have this new lesson. Discounting an interest-bearing note before maturity. Okay, so what's the story here? Okay, you are holding an IOU. When you're holding an IOU, it means that you lent somebody. Okay, you're holding an IOU. You're holding an interest-bearing note, which means that you lent somebody, and then at the maturity, you can collect now this IOU. Okay, so these are the steps that we need to do in order to discount an interest-bearing note. What's happening here? Okay, so first, date, let's say date 0, you issued, you loaned an amount to a party. So you have in possession an IOU note. Okay, you have this a note from this other party that they borrowed from you. And what happened if, let's say, you'll receive the note, you'll receive the proceeds after 90 days. Okay. What happens if, let's say, on the 60th day, you already need the money? Okay, but you can only collect on the 90th day. So what you can do is you can discount this IOU. You can sell it to another person, okay, at a discount. So let's say instead, if the interest rate was 10%, you can sell it at 8%. Okay, you can discount it so that the buyer will be attracted to buy your IOU. So the buyer of the note will now pay you at this day. So since he now has possession of the note, he'll be the one to collect at day 90. So he'll be the one to receive the proceeds of the note. Okay, so that's what's happening here. So the first step is to calculate the interest, the maturity value of the original simple interest note. Okay, and then we calculate the discount period, the time the bank holds the note. Okay, and then we calculate the bank discount and then calculate the proceeds. So in effect, this is a combination of a simple interest and a discount. Okay, so we're now combining the two. Okay, and then lastly, we calculate the proceeds. So how do we do this? Okay. All right, so here are some notes first before we proceed to the, this is just the context. Okay, so we have the case of the usual practice is that companies would deliver merchandise to a retail company and do not request payment for several months. Okay, so it's like the it's like the retail company borrowing. Okay, they're given the merchandise, they do not pay yet, then they will pay after some period. So this is an example. Roger Company makes outdoor furniture. It delivers it to Sears in March. Payment for the furniture is not due until September. Okay, so the delivery has been made already, but that's March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 6 months. So the manufacturer actually gives Sears a term of 6 months. Thus, Roger requests that Sears sign promissory notes. So just proof that that Roger already delivered and that Sears owe them a certain amount, then Sears will have to come up with a note. That note indicates that Sears owe Rogers, and then it will be given to Roger as proof that Sears indeed has a loan coming from Roger. Okay, so it was supposed to be paid by Sears on September. But if Roger Company needs cash sooner than September, what can it do? It cannot collect from Sears before September, right? So what Roger can do is to take one of its promissory notes to the bank. So it can discount this promissory note or sell the note. Okay, so especially if the company is big like Sears. So the bank will have the confidence to buy the note from Roger because the company that owes Roger is Sears, which is an established company, right? So what happened was when Roger sold the note to the bank, Roger was actually discounting or selling the note. Okay, and now because Roger has the cash that it receives from the bank, it can now do whatever it needs with the cash and has cash now instead of waiting until September when Sears would have to pay. Okay, take note, when Roger Company discounts a promissory note to the bank, the company agrees to pay the note at maturity. Okay? If the maker of the promissory note fails to pay the bank. Okay, what does this mean? Okay, suppose Roger discounted the promissory note to the bank. Okay, come September, Sears was not able to pay. Sears was not able to pay the bank. Take note, the bank is already holding the promissory note now. If the bank is not able to pay, if Sears is not able to pay the bank, then who will be liable? It will be Roger. Okay, it will be Roger. Of course, there's this discounting of note without recourse, which means that if Sears is not able to pay, then Roger will not be held accountable for that. But that type of a discount is not attractive, because who will buy that? Who will buy from Roger if the agreement is that if Sears is not able to pay, then it's the loss of the bank. The bank will not allow that. So that's why if Sears is not able to pay on September, then the bank has a recourse to get back Roger and demand payment from Roger. Okay, so that's the context, guys, of discounting an interest-bearing note. It's, of course, obviously it's done prior to the maturity, and on occasions where the firm holding the note needs the cash prior to the maturity date of the note. Okay, so in a timeline, okay, so let's take a look at this. So Roger on the 8th of March received a note from Sears. Okay, this is the date of the note. So it delivered furniture to Sears, and Sears issued a promissory note to be paid, okay, on September 9. Okay, on September 9. That's all in all a total of 185 days. Okay, March 8, the date of the note. September 9 will be the date of payment. Okay, on August 9, Roger had an extreme need for cash flow. So what did it do? It went to the bank to sell the note. Okay. Okay. So let's. I hope this is clear to you. No. So we should know how many days after the note was drafted, how many days the note will be discounted. Okay, and of course the remaining days. All in all, for March 8 to September 9, there are 185 days or 185 periods. And this is broken down into 154 days when the note was discounted after it was issued. And then 31 days will be the date of collection after the discounting. So 154, 31, that's still 185 days. And the face value of the note, it's for purpose of example, it's 2,000. The interest rate is 6%. Take note, usually the bank discount will be lower for this to be attractive. Otherwise, if the bank discount was, definitely no one will buy this, the bank discount was higher than the interest. Okay, why will you buy that? So you're paying Roger a higher amount than what you're getting. Okay, that's a preposterous proposition. So the bank discount, in order to make this attractive to the one you're selling the note to, should be lower than the interest rate. Okay. Okay, and the date of the discount is August 9. Okay, so this is the timeline. Okay, so what are the steps that we need to do? Let's go back to our steps. Number 1, we calculate the interest and the maturity value of the original simple interest note. Okay, and then we will calculate the discount at the time the bank were at the time when we sold the note to the bank. Okay, we calculate the discount period, how many days when the note was issued up to the date the note was discounted to the bank. And then we calculate the bank discount and then calculate the proceeds. So actually the steps are straightforward. So first step is, what's the first step? We have to calculate the total interest. Okay, what was the total interest of the original simple interest? Okay, so this is very easy. The interest is simply, we know the principal, which is 2,000, the rate, interest rate of 6%, and the time of 185 days. So that's P times the rate times the time. So which is equal to 2,000. The rate is 6%. And the time is, that's 185 over 360. Okay? So that's the first step. Compute for the interest for the whole period, original period. And then what's the next step? Step number 2 is to count the discount period. So from the date the note was issued up to the date of the discount, so that's March 8 to August 9, you can manually count that, or you can use Excel to count the number of periods, and it turns out to be 154. You can check this in Excel. I already taught you how to do that. August 9 minus March 8. Just have to make sure that the years are the same, because sometimes Excel defaults into different years. All right. Okay, so we were able to count this, and so we will be able to count this also. It's just 185 minus 154, so 31 days. Okay, so we can now compute for the, okay, we were able to compute for the discount, okay, yung discount period, no? The time the bank holds the note. Okay, how many days does the bank hold the note? And then we calculate the bank discount and then calculate the proceeds. Okay, so let's go back. So the bank holds a discount, holds a note for 31 days. So we can compute for the discount here. And then finally, we will compute for the proceeds. Okay, so let's show that. Okay. All right. First, we compute for the interest for the whole period. So that will be from March 8 up to September 9. Okay, March 8 up to September 9. Okay, we can compute for the interest and we can compute for the maturity value. So the interest is simply, right? So this is 185 days, right? The interest will simply be the face value 2,000 times the rate. The rate is 6% multiplied by this is 6%. 6% multiplied by 185 over 360. Can somebody please check this, class? Either Excel or calculator. 2,000 times 6% times 185 over 360. And are we getting 61.67? Kindly validate, please. Kindly check. Is that correct? 61.67. Okay, let's see. Okay, thank you, Selena. Okay, Then, since this is just a simple interest, of course, we know how to easily compute for the market maturity value. It will be the face value plus the interest. So the total maturity value is 201.61.67. This is the amount that Roger would have received had he hung on to the note until September 9. If he's not selling the note, then he would be receiving 2061.67 from Sears, right? However, on August 9, Roger sells the note because Roger needs cash. Okay. So the question is, how much will Roger receive? Okay, what will be the amount Roger will receive for selling a note that would have received 201.61.67? Of course, the bank will be buying this, will be willing to buy this at an amount lower than 2061.67. If Roger was selling the note for 2,100, who will buy, right? Who will buy? Because the bank is expected to get this to 2061.67, and he's paying Roger for 2,100. Okay, as I said, that's a weird proposition. Nobody in his right mind will accept that. So when you discount the note, you should be willing to accept a much lower amount. Okay, so how do we now compute? We have to compute for the discount period and the bank discount. We have already done that. The discount period is 31 days. Okay, so the discount period is the number of days the bank will hold on to the note. So that's from August 9 to September 9, that's 31 days. And the bank discount will be lower generally. Okay, of course, the bank would want to earn also from the buying of the note. Okay, so how much will be the bank discount? Okay, we know that the formula will be the maturity value, okay, times the discount times the time. We already know the maturity value. The maturity value is 261.67. Okay, and the discount is 5%, and the number of days the bank holds onto the note is 31 days. Therefore, okay, the discount is 8.88. This is now the discount. Okay, this is not, sorry. This is now the discount, guys. This 8.88. Therefore, what are the proceeds of Roger? Since he's selling this to the bank will pay him 2061.67 minus 8.88, which is the discount. So Roger will be paid 2052.79. So it became discounting here. No? So Roger expected to get 2061.67, but because he's discounting it, the discount has to be deducted, 8.88. Okay, so the bank pays Roger 2052.79. So the bank now has the IOU. It's now the bearer of the note, and then it will collect from Sears on September 9 the amount 2061.67. Okay, that way, it's technically a win-win situation. The bank earned from the transaction. Okay. Also, Roger was able to collect cash ahead of time for its cash flow needs. Okay, let me pause for a while. Okay, some of you might be writing notes. And may I request that once if it's clear to you, kindly please chat yes to indicate that you have no questions, that the computation is very clear to you. I'll give you a few seconds for this. And as I said, class, I'll be giving you a copy of this. Okay, thank you, Skylar. So let's wait for the others. Okay, good. Thank you, Therese. Okay, Martina, please remind me about the attendance later, no? At the end of the class. Okay, waiting for your feedback, class. If so far okay yung ano, yung explain natin, pag-explain. Okay, good. Good. So a few more seconds to allow your classmates to, they might be copying, jotting down notes. Okay, so thank you so much for your feedback. Appreciate your feedback, class. Good. Okay, let's proceed. So this is just a summary. Okay, we now know how to do this. Class, in Excel, you can just type August 9 and March 9 and then subtract. It will give you the number of periods, 154. This one, use it manually. Okay, so whatever method you use, then you should be able to compute. Now, please be careful with the but if you're using Excel, this will be a very, very easy task. Okay, 184, andun lang guys. Okay, so from the date of the issuance of the note up to the time the note was sold to the bank, it took 154 days, and then from the time the bank held on to the note up to the date of the due date of the note, it was 31 days. So we need these two time frames. Okay, if we know already the whole duration, 184 days, and we were able to compute the other date, 154, then you just subtract to get the 31 days. Okay. All right, so let's see. Okay, so this is just a quick exercise. Maturity date, maturity amount due at maturity, 6,000. Discount rate, 3%, time 160 days. Okay, so the question is, what is the bank discount and the proceeds? What is the bank discount and the proceeds? So how do we solve this? So we are asked to complete the following table for the simple discount note. Okay, this is just a simple discount note. So this is pretty straightforward. We did this already before. So the bank discount will be the maturity value times, okay, so sorry, something's wrong here. This should be 3.5%. Okay, times the number of days, 160 over 360. Therefore, the discount is 93.33, and the proceeds will just be the difference between the 6,000 and the discount, 93.33. So the proceeds would be 5,906.67. Okay, so pretty straightforward. This is not yet discounting the note. Okay, this is a simple discount note. Okay, any questions with this? We're just having some examples here. Clear ba, class? Okay, so let me give you a few minutes. Some of you might be copying. Yes? Yes, Fiona, please.
Sir, may I ask lang po, bakit po 3.5 po?
Yeah, ano to, sorry, typographical to. Could you kindly check
Okay po, sir.
6,000 times 3.5 times 160 over 360? Kindly check, please, if it's 93.33.
Yes po, sir. It's 93.33 po.
Yeah, thank you, Fiona. So that's a typographical error. So 3.5% yan, class. Sorry about it. Okay, any more questions, class? Okay, so no more questions. All right, so let's move on. Okay, my question yata. Okay. Okay, I should have not shown the solution first. So calculate the discount period for the bank to wait to receive its money. Okay, this is a very straightforward problem. So date of the note was April 12. Okay. Length of note is 45 days. Date note was discounted was May 2. Okay, what's the question? What's the discount period? Para may mga, sorry guys, para may mga typographical errors dito. No? Okay. So how many days between, so based on this problem, see, hindi ko na check yung length of note. So parang may typographical error tayo dito. Let's say April 12 to May 2. Can somebody, guys, here, May 2. Can someone please count the number of days, number of periods from April 12 to May 2? Just use Excel. May 2 divided by April 12 in Excel, what does it give you? What was the date? April 12, May 2. So we have here May 2 and April 12. Okay. Okay, that's 20 days. Okay. That's 20 days. All right. So what's the question? Okay, malito, no? I just don't mind this, guys. Okay, so the length of the note was 45 days, but the holder of the note discounted it on May 2. So from April 12 to May 2, that's 20 days. So the question is, what's the discount period? So that's very easy. The discount period is simply the total length of time 45 minus 20, so this should be 25. Okay. So why is this 25 important? This 25 is important because if you're going to compute for that bank discount, you will have to use the 25 days. Okay. So you first compute for the maturity value. What is the maturity value? And then we determine what's a discount period. Okay. And then we're able to compute for the discount using 25 and using the 25, using the maturity value and whatever the bank discount rate is. Okay. Is this clear, class? Clear? Any questions? Why 25? Okay. Let me go back to why 25? We're given that the length of note is 45 days, which means from April 12 until the end of the note, so that's 45 days. Okay. But the holder of the note discounted it on May 2. So it's in May 2, no? Okay. From April 12 to May 2, we computed for this is 20 days. Okay. So from here to here, 20 days siya. So how many periods between May 2 up to the end of the transaction, the maturity of the note? So it's just 45 minus 20. Huh? 45 days for the whole term minus this is 20. So therefore, 25 is the discount period. This is the discount period. Okay, did that answer your question? And thank you for that question. Any other clarifications? Okay, good. Good. All right, so let me just fix this, guys. Okay. Okay, so let's now take a look at another example. This time, you will be the one to try to solve this. Okay, we'll have volunteers. Let's see. So these are the things that we want to compute. The face value is 50,000. The rate of interest is 11%. The length of note is 95 days. We're asked to compute for the maturity value, given that the date of the note was June 10, and it was discounted on July 18. Okay, we're also asked for the discount period, the bank discount, and the proceeds. Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes, guys. Let's first start with the maturity value. How much is the maturity value, guys? Anyone? Any answer, guys? Pretty straightforward lang yan. Okay, maturity value, anyone who has computed? Class? Okay, how do we compute for the maturity value? What should be the formula here? Okay, I think we have one answer here. Discount period, 57 days. Okay, Patricia, let's check that later. Let's start first with the maturity value. How much is the maturity value? So let's keep in mind, Patricia says that the discount period is 57 days. We'll validate that in a while. Let's first start with the maturity value, class. Anyone who computed for the maturity value? Okay, 1497. Christine, thank you so much. Kindly share your answer with everyone. Kaso, Christine, for purposes of learning, sige, take note, we're asking for the maturity value. Huh? So the maturity value should be greater than 50,000. Okay, how do we compute for the maturity value, class? Should be equal to, but this is the face value plus the interest, right? Or it's equal to, or the principal, so principal times 1 plus RT. You recall our formula before? Principal times rate times time. Therefore, the maturity value, it's okay. Thank you, Christine. The maturity value is, okay, I think let's just use this, no? It's 50,000 so that we can compute for the interest also. The interest is 50,000, okay, times R. What's our R? 11%. 11% times our time, it's 95 divided by 360. So that will be our interest. So how much is this, class? Wait. The interest, this one. How much is the interest? 50,000 times 11% times 95 over 360. Okay, is it 1451? 1451.38. Okay. You agree, guys? 1451.38. Kindly chat yes if this is correct. Okay. Okay, so may nag-validate. Selena, thank you. Fiona, thank you. And for those who are participating, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. All right, 145138 plus the 50,000. So therefore, our maturity value is 51,451.38. Okay? So this is our maturity value. All right. So that takes care of this check for 51,451.38. All right, next. Let's compute for the discount period. So how do we compute for the discount period? So based on the timeline, the note was transacted on June 10, okay? And on July 18, this was discounted. Okay, so how many periods between the note and the discounting? Kindly, please. 34. I have some validation, guys. Thank you, Selena. Selena, can you share your answer to everyone, please? So can anyone please validate yung 34? Okay. Hindi, kay Selena pa rin pala. How about the rest, guys? Kindly validate if it's 34. Oh, yeah, 38. Meron tayong discrepancy. Sige. So kindly check, please. Everyone checking. Para ano natin. Okay. So Fiona, 38. Okay. So 38, no? 38. Okay, I'm not doing it. I'm letting it do it. So this is 38 days. 38 days to. But we know that the total length of time, this one is 95 days. Given yan. Ito ko lang susulat. 95. Still here naman. Okay. I'll just write here. So 95 days. No? This is 95 days. The whole duration. So what will be the discount period, guys? Kindly chat, please. 57. Okay. Fiona, please share your answer to everyone, please. Guys, reminder, please share your answer to everyone. Don't just address it to me. Okay, thank you, Fiona. 95 minus 38, that's 57. That's correct. Agree, class? Do we agree? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Gerard. All right. So 57 days itong discount period natin. Yan. Okay. So now that we know the discount period, we can now compute for the bank discount. Okay. We can now compute for the bank discount kasi we know the time, 57 days. We also know the maturity value, 51,451.38. Therefore, the bank discount will be the bank discount, call it B, is equal to the maturity value, which is 51,451.38 times, okay, we're given that the discount rate was 9%. Times 9%, very sorry for the writing, times the time, which is 57 over 360. Okay, so that will be the bank discount. 51,451.38, which is the maturity value, times the bank discount of 9%, times the number of days, 57,360. And we get how much, class? How much is the bank discount? Okay, thank you. All right, so may agreement tayo dito, ano? 733.18. Round off na lang natin. 733.18. Okay. Therefore, we were able to compute already for the bank discount. Okay. Ito yung this is what the bank will be removing. Okay. In other words, this will be what this will be what the bank will be getting from the seller of the note. Okay, so what will be the proceeds for the seller of the note? Proceeds. Or how much will the bank pay the holder? So the bank will pay how much, class? Anyone? How much will the bank pay the seller of the note? In the chat, please. Okay. Nancy, thank you. How did you get 50,718, Nancy?
I just subtracted the maturity value with the bank discount.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you, Nancy. That's correct. The maturity value is 51,451. The bank discount is 733. Therefore, the bank will pay the holder. The difference with that is 50,718.20. Okay. That's the amount the bank will pay the holder of the note. Okay. And then after 95 days from the start, no? From the start, or after 57 days, okay, 57 days after the bank pays the holder of the note, then it will collect. How much will it collect? 51,451.38. Okay. So pause for a while. Everything clear so far, class? Yes. Let's show natin kung tama yung ano natin. Yan. I think we're right, no? Kasi may solution na tayo dito. Okay, so first, kinompute natin yung maturity value, 55,451.39. And then we computed for the discount period. So total 95 days. So we counted yung from June 10 to July 18. That's 38 days. Therefore, the discount period is 67 days, from which we are able to compute for the bank discount. So this is the maturity value times the bank rate, bank discount, multiplied by the number of days from buying the note up to the maturity of the note. That's 57 days. So we got the same 733.18. Therefore, the bank will pay the holder of the note 50,718. Okay. It pays the holder 50,718, and after 57 days, it will collect the note for 51,451.39. Okay, good. Good. So we got the correct answer. Okay, this also similar to kanina, no, guys, at Treasury Department. Ganun din. So this is just the same question. We are asked to determine how much we will pay, okay, for this 10,000 treasury bill. Okay, 3-month bills, 13 weeks yun, ano? This is similar to our question a while ago, and the T-bill rate is 4.965. Okay, pretty straightforward. So we said that a treasury bill is just like a discount. So what you pay the bank is 9875.875. Okay, which is just the face value minus the discount. Okay, you pay the bank 9875.875, and then after 13 weeks, you get 10,000. You get this, and you only invested 9875.875. So always, if it's a discount, you can compute for the effective rate. Of course, for simple interest, you can compute for the effective rate, but you know the effective rate will still be the same as the stated rate or the nominal rate. Okay. So let me pause for a while. Maybe some of you would like to copy this problem. Okay, so ganyan yung exams natin, ano? More on quantitative talaga, computations. And if you're done, guys, if you have copied or okay na to sa'yo, please once again chat yes so that we can proceed with the next. Next slide. We have a couple of a few more problems, and then that finishes our discussion on simple discount and also discounting an interest-bearing note. So feedback, please. I'll give you time, guys. Okay, feedback, please, guys. Is it okay for me to proceed already? Okay, waiting for the others to give their feedback. Take your time if you're copying. Remember, I'm going to give you a copy of this. Okay, clear, guys? Yes or no, please? Clear? Okay, thank you. So okay, let's wait for the others. As I always say, guys, please don't hesitate to ask questions. Everyone. Okay, good. Okay. All right. We have a few more slides, and then this will end now our. Oops. Wait. Dali, ha? Okay, good. Okay, I think I lost the other slide. I'm sorry na I accidentally removed or deleted the other slide. No? There was another problem sana na we were supposed to discuss, quite similar to this one. This is the most complicated problem we can have here for simple discount and discounting a note. So in combination ng yung process itself, the whole process, you'll be given, you'll need, for example, to compute for the maturity value, because you'll be needing the maturity value in order to compute for the bank discount. Okay. Aside from the maturity value, you need to compute for the discount period. Okay. So once you're able to compute for the discount period and the maturity value, and then given the discount rate, you will be able to compute for your bank discount. Okay. When you have now your bank discount, you subtract it to the maturity value, okay, and that will give you the proceeds. Okay, so that's about it for. Okay, so I think all right. So sige, balikan lang natin guys ang konti. We still have a few more minutes na lang, no? So let me just go back to our syllabus and try to see, map na lang natin kung ano yung that ends, by the way, our discussion on simple discount and the discounting a interest bearing note. Okay, so let's just check. Okay, we're done with this. No? Simple interest, simple discount, exact and ordinary, actual and approximate time. Actual is 360. No, exact, no? Okay. And then our next one will be compound interest, present and future values, and nominal interest rate and effective rates also. All right, so this will be our lesson on Friday class. Friday, so after Friday, we'll have our quiz one. Okay, so maybe depends on how fast we discuss. So on Friday, we discuss compound interest, but we might need 2 days there. And then, so our first quiz will be on Friday. Okay, Patricia, my question, what's the difference between interest rate and bank discount rate? Actually, class, they're used interchangeably. They're used synonymously. Okay, ordinarily, we just use the interest rate. Okay, and when for the discount, you use a discount rate when you mean that you will have to deduct this amount in order to give the proceeds. Okay, so discounting and interest rate can be used interchangeably. However, strictly speaking, when you use a discount rate, it means that you're going to deduct a particular amount. So, kunyari, sa simple discount note natin. Okay? If you're given 8%, for example, then we compute by we compute for the bank for the discount, and then we deduct it to the let's say to the face value or to the maturity value in order to arrive at a particular amount like the proceeds. So strictly speaking, class, pag discount, mina-minus natin. May mina-minus tayo. Pag interest naman, again, strictly speaking, wala tayong mina-minus. We're not subtracting anything. Okay, so when the transaction calls for a particular amount to be deducted to get the proceeds, then you use that discount rate. Okay, but if it's just a simple interest, then the rate should be the same. 8%, 8%, pareho lang yun. It's the manner by which the transaction is being conducted. Okay, Patricia, did that answer your question? Patricia? Okay, thank you. All right. So it's already time, guys. So next, as I said, next Tuesday, we're going to discuss compound na tayo, no? Compound interest. So this is supposed to be week 3, kaso week 4 na next week. But it's okay, guys. Okay lang naman na may buffer naman tayo later on. So next Friday, that will be our first quiz. Okay? First quiz natin that will cover simple interest, simple discount, everything from that's written in your Canvas. All right. So let me stop recording first.